What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the start of a brand new playthrough. As you can tell from the title screen, we're going to be playing Dante's Inferno. So obviously this is based off of the, what was it, the 14th century or 15th century poem by, I think, was it, who was it? By Dante Alighieri, I believe. Which was a inspiration for a lot of religious-based, what's the proper word I'm looking for? Not fantasy, but a lot of, basically an interpretation of how he felt that religion was being handled at the time. So this game has a very close place in my heart to me. It was basically EA's take at God of War. Unfortunately, I wish that it could have, I wish it could have done better than it did. Because obviously they have not touched this franchise since the initial game released. It was made by Visceral, who fucking EA decided to just shut down a couple of months back because, you know, they're like one of the few game studios that made like a lot of awesome games. But yeah, like I was saying, this game has a very close place to my heart because, what's the best way to say this? I'm not a religious person, but I like the theology associated with religion and how it is able to not manipulate, but be able to impact so many people and empower so many people. Me personally, I've chosen to instead follow information based on fact as opposed to I guess faith is the proper term. But anything religious based always caught my attention. I remember reading a lot of the Left Behind books when those were very popular back in the early 2000s. I mean, they were good reads and very interesting, but at the end of the day, you know, it was very preachy. Which is one of the things that turns me off, is that it's one thing to be an entertaining story, but it's another thing to be preachy and you know, forcing the thought process onto you, which I don't think should be the case. What kind of man locks up helpless women? So I played this a long time ago, but I haven't played it in a while. And with YouTube demonetizing a lot of smaller channels, I figured, fuck it. I do not care about the blood and the gore and the nudity and the sex associated with this. Alright, who wants a piece of this? Just gonna start swinging around. I don't remember this too well, but obviously it's a very God of War game. X for quick attack, Y for heavy attack. I can't see the achievements in the way. Oh, that's all it is. Okay, cool. But yes, obviously very God of War centric. You know, a lot of hacking, slashing. Dude, I am just fucking racking up the achievements. Get fucking wrecked. So yeah, as I was saying, anything religious-based always has an interesting, you know, I'd like to read a little bit about and know about. And like I said, I mean, obviously this is all based on, it's a mix of the brutalness that was Dante's Inferno, the poem, and it's a combination of actual documented history. Obviously, it starts off with the Crusades and what was it, Palestine or Israel, wherever it was, outside of Acre. And then obviously it dips into the poem, into the Dante Alighieri story of Dante going through the 7 layers of hell, alongside what was it, the Roman, was he a Roman scholar or a poet, Virgil? I don't remember. But one of the things that this is very closely related to is actually, oh, that's a big old boat. Or not, I shouldn't say related to, but rather connected to is jump A once a day for double jump. Yep, okay. That is very connected to is the movie Seven, which was a phenomenal movie with Kevin Spacey and Morgan Freeman and Brad Pitt. Whoops, didn't want to do that. Because that plays a lot of the 7 deadly sins as well, again based on Dante's Inferno. But just the fact that, you know, it is religion that forced a lot of this story and a lot of this motivation for people.
Dante, your fate is decided. Everlasting damnation. damnation for your sin.
You're not the boss of me.
But that's not possible.
And I really wish that EA could have done more with this. I know that there was a huge marketing push for this. I remember that they had the trailer with, what was it? Ain't No Sunshine from Bill Withers. And it was just very emotional and very interesting.
I will not let my sins damn those dear to me.
But the story is obviously plays a lot on the fact that, and I believe even the poem as well, plays a lot on the fact of during the Crusades, the Catholic Church basically absolved criminals of their sins. Whoops, how do I block? Oh, left trigger. Yeah, so basically absolved criminals of their sins in order to stop hitting me. In order to get basically more people to go and fight the go and fight in the Crusades. And basically them saying that, hey, if you do this for us, we'll punch your ticket into heaven. And it was completely fucked up because a lot of the people went down there and fucked shit up again. There was a lot of pointless murder, and I mean, it was a really dark time. I mean, another game that focuses a lot on the what was it, the Crusade time frame has to do with, what was it? I think it was the first Assassin's Creed focused a lot on that. Where you were playing, when you were playing as, not Ezio, who was the first, fuck, Altair? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I was never a big fan of the Assassin's Creed games. They never really did anything for me. Stop hitting me. Die, Satan, or Grim Reaper. Fuck your shit up. But just the overall design for this game is fantastic. They did a great job. Both environmentally, some of the smaller puzzles. Again, it's very God of War, which, if you can't tell already, it's definitely inspired by. I think this came out around the time, was it God of War 3 was coming out? And this was supposed to be their counter to it. Fuck, Grim Reaper. Coming for that ass. I never played through all of the God of War games. I only played through one because that game was phenomenal, and then I only got through parts of 2. I think that was the end of it. But some of the, like the PSP one, the Chains of Olympus, or the Fires of Olympus, whatever the fuck it was called. I heard that it was supposed to be awesome, and I know that they re-released it on PlayStation 3, and I just gotta find a copy of it. I have the God of War collection of God of War 1 and God of War 2 on my PlayStation Vita. Oh, it's possible, Death. Oops. I don't know if I did that right. It's been a while since I played my Xbox. So I gotta remember where the buttons are. Coming for you. Coming for that ass. Gonna get slammed. Get fucked, asshole. Allow you to purchase new abilities. You got it. So yeah, being that it's based on a Renaissance story, you know, it obviously incorporates a lot of the nudity, a lot of the violence.
The bishop.
What was the movie with Robin Williams? What Dreams May Come was also a modern day retelling of the story of Dante. Or I shouldn't say a modern day, but an alternative way of telling Dante. A lot of the story elements, a lot of the tropes were present in that film. And I don't believe Beatrice was part of the original Dante's Inferno poem. If I remember correctly, yeah, I don't think it was. I think that they only added Beatrice as a plot device in the game in order to basically give Dante some motivation.
No.
You got a little something going on there, buddy. Uh-oh. Oh no. Well, we'll have to censor out a little bit of that. Throw my head up there. Oh, baby. Baby, please. I'm coming, Elizabeth. She's been dead a while. Well, maybe not as much. She's still got some good color on her skin, but her lips are definitely blue.
Beatrice?
More faces. More faces. Oh, Satan.
Beatrice?
I have to go with him, my love. I gave
She's
my
got like
word.
the cross in her head.
Beatrice!
I forgot how good the voice actor was for Dante. At least in my opinion. Oh, what's up, fellas? You want a piece of this? I'm very curious, because obviously being like God of War, the game is just a button mash for the most part. And I'm wondering how much of that button mashing is being picked up by the audio. I'll have to take a look. Not much I can do about it, but still, whatever. Right trigger to grab enemies. Come here. And fling them at people. Fling! Curious as to what the what size combo I need to get for like the last achievement. It's probably like 1,000 or something. Launch. Press and hold Y to launch enemies into the air. Again. You have not quite enough souls to purchase an upgrade. To access the upgrade menu, press start. Okay. So we can pick some upgrades here. Wow, fierce attack. So one side is the unholy and the other side is the holy. How many souls do I have? It would be nice if they told me how many souls I have. Well, that's all locked. Attack that hits multiple enemies. Sure, let's do this, I guess. Confirmed. But it doesn't tell you how many souls I have. Oh. Maybe it was right there in that section that said your souls. Alright. I'm sure that nothing would be in this deep, dark woods that would cause me problems. I'm coming for that ass. That booty just too good to give up. Beatrice said, you said to save the progress of your game, okay. Anything else over here? Is this like a church that was in the process of being constructed? Health font? Fountains to restore health. You got it. Oop, wrong button. Give me that health. So God of War. Save the game. Why not? Cool. Alright, I'll tell you what. Let's pause the episode right here, guys. We will pick things up in the next video. My name has been Joarna. That's Joarna. I'll see you all next time.